Hi, my name is Murali Boswar. I'm the Chief Science Officer for AIG. And what gets me excited about what Haitham and his team in Kinetic are planning to do is the possibilities of creating and gathering data that we can then connect to the likelihood of workers actually getting injured. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Haitham El-Hawari, the CEO and co-founder of Kinetic.
Hi everyone, I'm Haitham El-Hawari and I'm the co-founder of Kinetic. So we all receive packages in the mail, and yet we rarely ever think about what it takes for a package like this to get to our doorstep literally a day after we've ordered it online. Well, it takes warehouses like this, and it takes millions of material handling workers like Jim. We met Jim last summer at a warehouse in New Jersey, and he has a brutal job. He is required to lift hundreds of boxes every hour, some of which can weigh up to 70 pounds. That's one box every 10 seconds. Jim is essentially expected to perform like an athlete. He's an industrial athlete, and yet the training and support that he gets is zero compared to professional athletes. So unsurprisingly, people like Jim get injured a lot. And when they get injured, families get injured, companies get injured, and the economy gets injured. Last year, US companies spent $75 billion on lifting-related injuries, and that number is growing by 6% every year. Companies are spending aggressively to try and reduce that burden, and they spent $35 billion on safety software, training, and equipment. This is an unresolved problem that keeps safety managers up at night. Let me give you an example of what a back injury can cost a company like UPS or FedEx. Once you factor in medical expenses, workers' comp, the increase in insurance premiums and litigation, that number can be $200,000. A company like UPS would need to make an additional $2.5 million in revenue to offset a single back injury alone. And that's a lot of packages to deliver. So at Kinetic, we are determined to solve this problem. We are bringing the science and technology needed to protect our industrial athletes. So I'm really excited to introduce you to our first product. It's a wearable device that comes in two parts. The first is a wearable wristband like you see here, and the second is a back device that integrates into a back brace like you see here. And this is how it works. Sensors in our device, coupled with complex algorithms, can automatically detect if a worker is performing a lift. Once we know they're performing a lift, we analyze the biomechanics of that lift, and we classify it as a low-risk lift or as a high-risk lift, just as you see here. Every time a worker does a high-risk lift, they get feedback on their wearable wristband. This enables them to make sure they're lifting in a way that keeps them healthy and safe. Managers get feedback too. They can see individual risk profiles of their workers and receive actionable insights on how they can reduce the risk of injury of their workforce. We're bringing preventative care to the warehouse. So since we started this company last August, we've piloted the technology at 4 pilot sites already with really impressive results. At one of those pilots, a worker, after just 1 hour of feedback, corrected their posture to lift correctly for the rest of the day. And that's the type of impact that we're trying to have. I'm also very excited to tell you that next month we'll be piloting at one of the largest third-party logistic companies in the US that have over 100 sites worldwide. Thanks. But there's more. So a few months ago, we were at a safety conference, and we were approached by safety managers at one of the largest shipping companies in the world. They saw in our device the future of safety monitoring and training, and in April, we're gearing up for a large pilot at one of their regional hubs. Thanks. So our business model consists of selling the devices to companies for an upfront hardware fee and a monthly subscription per worker for access to the data. Even though there has been some efforts towards automation in some of our target markets, the truth is that the number of workers in our target markets have gone up by 8% since the year 2000. We're going to start targeting warehousing, shipping, and last-mile delivery because it has the largest worker demographic and the highest incidence rate. But those markets that you see there will be next. We're also building the first ever data repository of human work activity and its relationship with injury and productivity. Government agencies and insurance companies have shown an interest in getting access to this data, And as we have an impact on the number of claims, we see insurance companies recommending our product to their clients in exchange for lower premiums. We have a really passionate team, and we have the right skills to bring this product to market. Collectively, we have 3 PhDs on our team, experience at a global hedge fund, building the supercomputer Watson, and even at the studio of the artist Jeff Koons. So next time you pick up a package on your doorstep, take a moment to think of the industrial athletes that made that possible. We hope you will support Kinetic in our mission to protect our industrial workers.